Okay. So now let's start the topic of the private IP address and the public IP address. As I mentioned in the class, and I explained just try to find what is my IP address on your mobile device, and you found some numbers with the IP version 4 letters and the IP version 6 and some exception. I don't want to promote here the brand in mobile phones and all, but except some brands does not support, which means it's not the problem of that brand, actual problem of the mobile version. The higher means they are giving the support. So that's why they are costing. Okay. So there is a different object. I don't want to explain it. But at this point, that is called public IP does not authorize. You can't. It's independently distributed by the ISP agent. You understand? When you accessing your internet, not your internet. So the you will receive that. Someone assign a number to you that is called public IP. It's unique address, not for your device. It's unique for the internet community. You understand? It's selective. So I told you that first time, it's changing in the first time. So the recently announced at 48 hours. Maybe it's lesser than that, or maybe it's more than that. If your device is not available with the internet, or if you do not active your mobile, then it might be disappear. And again, reactivate. Okay. So there is a the concept of publish. So therefore, if you want, for an example, the banking services are there. There is a separate VPN. So you can purchase the VPN and you can dedicatedly get that one. So you can access that particular building servers and all by using the this one. Okay, for an example, banking service HNB, there may be they can purchase a dedicated. That is called VPN. Okay. And VPN it's a dedicated line. Your VPN and that will be a shortly different. No, that is different. So because the HNB, so the branches, all the branches are directly connected, it means the dedicated channel. There is a different story. But what I'm trying to say here, in the internet community, IP version, around 3 trillion users are, 4 billion users are available in this particular region, IPv4. Okay. So, but nowadays it's IP version 6 available, more than 3 trillion. But according to your syllabus, you have only the IP version 4. The IP version 4, 4 billion users can active at a time. So it's always exchanging the number. You understand? That is called public IP. But the private means in your classroom, in your PC. Okay? So you can maybe in your laboratories you can find out 192.168.100.1, 100.2, or 68.1, 16.2, 16.3, username, password, IP address. Have you seen at your laboratories, school laboratories? So in the school labs, in the PC, they mention that. Okay. So if there is a what do you call the subnet, maybe it's not subnetting, IP assign. So that's what we are going to learn. So manual IP assignment. So if there is a automatic, we call as a what do you call it? Dynamic bus configuration. That is different. DHCP protocol. Right? Okay. So now let us assume that your mobile phone, you have a mobile phone in your IP. So there is a router at home. Now you connect the router, just check that your device and connect the router. In that route, it takes a few seconds and it's quickly going through IP configurations and so on. Have you seen that? No. Just go to the network and long press, and it will be moved to the setting, network setting, and just connect it. It's changing that. Within that time, it's finding the number. Okay. So then you can see under that one IP address is belongs to your router. Okay, from the router automatically assigned IP address for you. But even though that is the dial-up router or your hotspot, you can give a hotspot several persons and you can find the IP address of those. How many users are there? What are the IP address of them? Have you seen that? So you can block it even. For example, now your friend is asking, okay, macha mata, hotspot take about that. So then hotspot dena na they kali tama key bone key egg me cal. Oh, sorry, yeah. The SIM code is cheaper. Sorry. So use that. Tell that. Sorry. Actually, it's quite now you can see that. So those days, okay, it's an unknown period. Period. Okay, so usually they share things, and that is also. But nowadays it's more dangerous one. Even though you can see that even though you put there is no position. Sorry, not position. Position. So there is no natural puts. So everything is. So these are the worst means. There is a. This is yeah. Worst means it's worse than that. So there is a different. Okay, let's. Okay, so if you are sharing your portion, you put your tea. Macam tea itu belum end. Okay. Tea itu belum end. Okay. So and there are so many. Cake party but nowadays, what do you call hotspot share? Hotspot then. Oh, mom is talking. You understand? So this is a style nowadays. Do think about a charge. So me photo share. So digitalize. So those days it's a physical activities. But nowadays different. So most of them are playing in the road, not the ground, especially in the city. Ground, not road. Cricket, football. But nowadays all are playing the game, mobile phone. So he's staying their bedroom, he's also bedroom. He's playing in the online games. So it's totally changed. Okay. So this is maybe there's a pros and cons in the internet. There is totally different. I'm not going to explain, and you know that the health benefits of sports and health is very important. You know, it's if you reach the 25 and above, automatically your board and everything is dummy piece like that. It's like a plastic. But those days, still you are what do you call that? Grandmothers are not very strong. Okay. So, but nowadays 25, there's a easy admitted to hospital, and something is getting sugar. Okay, usually after the 40, the doctor mentioned that be careful the fat and the control the fat and the what do you call that sugar. But nowadays after 25, careful sugar. Okay, so that 90s kids sharing the food. Then food control knowledge. Google make 80, sorry, 90 kids. So please take this one, 20 kids, million kids. What the sugar there? Sugar there? Diabetic. Oh, වෙන මොනවද? කොලෙස්ටරෝල් තියෙනවා. වෙන මොනවද? මේ ප්‍රෙෂර් තියෙනවා. So totally different. So please be careful with that because you all are different age category. So health is wealth. Be careful. So that is differential. So what I'm trying to say here, when you connect the hotspot, this time you open means every time he can connect. Either you can change the password, otherwise you can block that person using your mobile device. You know how to do that because your device is assigned a block listed for that particular IP address. You understand? So you can check, just go to your mobile hotspot, long press, you will see some sort of a settings, menus, and you can find out how many users are active users and click that one because the model wise little deeper and I can't exactly mention, but you can see that one. So your mobile device means you are familiar with the name. So therefore you can check that and just long press hotspot and you can see the hotspot name. You can change the hotspot name. Okay. So usually it's come up with the device name. Just one. Second one, password. It's in a dot 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 and you can open that the visible part and you can work with that number. Maybe you can change it. So that number is in the hexadecimal format. The second point. So the third point, but in that particular area, maybe WPA2 security. And downwards, there are IP versions. IP version 4, 6, and there are some active users. So 2 users online. Active 2 or active users. The also might be changed. So click and you can block that numbers. You can try it. Yes. So it's called, it is not the public address, that is called private IP address. Each and every device has a private IP address. We will discuss how do we going to assign the private IP address in your LAN community. Clear? Any questions? So there is a difference between the public IP and the private IP. Public IP you can control, but the private IP you can control. Public IP, it is totally different concept. So here, public IP is routable, but private IP not routable. So the public IP each must be unique. There can only be one in the network, entire network. So private IP, it is along with the ABC concept. You understand? The classes. Classful address. The third one, it's not flexible. You are assigned to a network space. But for the private IP, highly flexible, you assign the network space. You understand? Okay, we will do the manual. How do you go to manually access those? Okay, it's easy. So it will be easy for you to understand those. Okay, so there is a very task. So you will get the table and you should find out the network address, broadcast address, the available usable IP address, and so on. So we will discuss further. Okay, is this clear? First, local IP, private IP, public IP. Any questions? Okay. So please try to find the router IP address. If you have a dialog router and the maybe SLT, in the SLT router itself, there's a sticker, username and the password, and IP address. Have you seen that first? And just Google, open the Google browser and type that IP address and hit the button. You will see the dashboard with the username and the password. And just see the username of the password from that device and type that one in that username and the password, and you will see there are huge control panels are there. Even you can control the speed and how many users can at a time, and you can block the users. You can give the permission. You can change your name of the dialog router. Have you changed that one? Anyone? You have a dialog for SLT routers. Okay. Nowadays, it's mobile phones more flexible than the routers. But if you have the dialog router and the SLT router, please go and check with that one. In that sticker, there is the username or the password. We always find the Wi-Fi access also. Wi-Fi password. No? So we just try to find the Wi-Fi password and type it. So maybe you can change the Wi-Fi password through that technique pack. Okay, so this is more secure. Otherwise, everyone can access your device. If someone accesses your router, means it is possible for him to attack your device within that network. You understand? So therefore, because he is inside, he already opened the door and he is living inside virtually. So it is easy for him to attack the device, but there are some extensions. But we can. So that's why, especially in the traffic area, there is an anonymous person with the laptop, and anonymous devices are there. Some strange devices that is called open network. So now he switch on the open network. Most of them are trying. Macha, me balan open network එක තියෙනවා. ඉක්මනට මේක access කරන්න. පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. Don't access any open network without VPN. It's not recommended. You understand? Therefore, please be aware about that one. If there is an open network, maybe the intruder can attack, and he intentionally, deliberately open that device network. And if you enter inside his door, then he can grab your details. Is this clear? Any question? Fine. So this is the IP address of the story about the IP address, private IP and the private public IP, and you can see that one. Now the topic of classless IP addressing. Right? Okay. Oh, so let's take a break because I can see your faces are totally different because today Kaiwa is also not well.